Kirkenfest stand chairman instructional video for changing a shift time. Step 1 tells us to click the button that's labeled Fill Update next to the time of the shift you would like to change. So let's say that the Kirkenfeet need this time, 9 to 12, changed to a different time. We're going to go ahead and follow the Fill Update button on to the next page, which leads us to step number 2. Here you will be able to modify the start date, time date, and end date. Click the calendar icon at the far right of start date and or end date to open a window to edit the time. Make sure the date and time and AM, PM are correct. So here they are. We're at the start date and end date. Click on the calendar. We won't have to mess with the day. That's already set. But let's say we wanted this to start an hour later. Or earlier, well, let's go later. I click down. We want to go up. So it's going to start at 10 a.m. as opposed to 9 a.m. And we do want to make sure that that does say a.m. We're not changing to the afternoon for this. But let's say this end date now is supposed to be an hour later since we have switched the start time to an hour later. So we'll click on the calendar icon for this. We will go up to 1 then. This will still be 1 p.m. But now we have changed this entire shift time to being a complete hour later. I did want to note the description item up here. This is a personal note for the stand chairman. Specifically, I see this as maybe designating this time slot as being the cashier or the person that handles the money for the stand. The Kirkenfeet, who we are currently using, don't specifically have that, but a lot of our food stands and everything, if they wanted to designate a specific time to being the cashier, this would be a good spot. Another one that is using this quite frequently is like the Strassenlauf, where we, in the description, have labeled all of the different street corners at which the time will be at. So we'll go ahead and continue on in our instructions here. When the changes are complete, click the Save Changes button in the bottom right. So we would click this. I'm right there. And we now see that this first time has been changed to 10 and on to 1. Number 4, we have an option to add a shift. If we didn't need to just change a shift, we wanted a whole nother shift that needed to be added here. Like say we need another 3 to 6 p.m. spot. We can click New Slot. And this is much like what we have just seen. We're just making sure that we have our times set. Let's say that started at, 6 to, now it says 8 already, but we want it to be 8 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So there is our new shift, and we would go ahead and hit Create Slot. I'm going to not do that right now just so we're not getting too many slots created for the Kirkenfeet. But that's where you would create a new time slot for this stand and your stands. That concludes this video. We will have more instructions in the next video.